Lifts up a bit. Alright, starting at the bottom, we'll take those posts out. One tiny little bit of movement there in my hand, which I felt, but not enough to affect the movement. Right, we'll remove the back plate. There's the J hook, you can see it there. That piece there, that's the J hook. We'll look into that further later on. A hammer's fallen out. That's a wire on it that should have been putting some positive pressure on it, but that's come out. That's not a problem, we'll check that. Now, right, what have we got? Pallets and the crutch. The first piece that comes out. The pallets look in pretty good nick actually. Yeah, they're not too bad. Alright, put them aside. Now we've got the lift lever, which I think we might have to leave for a while it's down underneath. Alright, we'll take out the going side first. Put them in our foam block in the correct orientation. Escape wheel, top of the train, which is the fourth wheel. Then take out the next wheel down the train, being the third wheel. Then second wheel. There's a little bit of pressure on that, not much, a tiny bit. Second wheel. Is that? No, looks right. Then we'll remove the great wheel and with the spring on it, so that we can get at the first wheel, which is located underneath it. A bit tight there on main wheel, but actually I can lift it up enough. I can't lift it up enough. Alright, it's coming out now, just about out. The loop end, here we go, is off the pillar. Now it will come out. It doesn't seem to be in too bad a condition actually. Right, that's the going side train. Put that over there. And there's the first wheel that's come out. No, it's still a little bit tight. Alright, I'll take out the fly. Felt like a little bit of pressure there. The warning wheel, which you'll note has 2 pins on it. Usually has one, this one's got 2. So you make a mental note of that while you're working on it, while you're taking it apart. Now we can get the maintenance cam out. And the lift lever is a bit in the row. I'll remove the motion works. There it is. They're the pins that the J hook catches on to raise the, put that in over there, to raise the lift lever. This piece here that we're just about to get out once we get the maintenance cam out. Should just slide out, but it's being a bit hard to get on with. I'll undo that piece of wire it's got on there. It should. It's got him. Right, we'll see how that goes. No, still waiting for the maintenance cam to come out. That's that piece there. They're the two holes that lever there on the lift lever falls into when the clock stops striking. That's the lift lever. We'll talk more about that later on. Yeah, we might get away with that piece of wire. We'll have a look and see. Now, get the grate wheel out. Here we go. Not in too bad a condition. The teeth seem to be alright. There's no bent teeth on there. Right, we'll put that in the time side train box and take out the first wheel. That one there. Put it in our foam block, and that of course is the count wheel, and the count wheel comes off by removing this piece here. That is what holds the count lever in, so we'll take that off and it just slides off. Now when you take the count wheel off, remember to have a look at it, because you can easily put it on upside down and your clock doesn't like trying to work back to front. So that's the front. You can see the little scratch lines on it there, and there's none on the back. So that's the front. I'll put that over there. And there's our plate. I think we might have, I think we're going to have a little bit of bushing to do. That one there are pretty obvious. But alright, we'll worry about that once we get into it a bit later. I'll put that aside. There's our parts laid out in the correct orientation. What we're going to do now is we're going to put them through the ultrasonic cleaner, clean them up, and then we can have a look and see what work we have to do on the movement once we start putting it back together again. As the minute arbor turns, this part of the J-hook moves up. Whoop. On the cam it starts down the bottom, down there, and it gradually slides up the cam until it reaches its topmost point, and then that little lever there drops off the cam. And what happens as this bottom lever here is moving up the cam on the minute arbor, this bent wire lever up here is moving up, is slightly rising up, and is rising up put that over there. It's rising up and pushing on the count lever, slowly lifting it up little by little like so, until it drops off that cam there. And once that happens, once that happens, when it gets right to the top, this lever here that sits on the warning wheel drops off the pin on the warning wheel and it goes into warning. And the count lever drops back a tiny bit and continues to lift until that lug down the bottom there drops off the cam. And once that happens, the pin on the warning wheel is disengaged from that lever there, and then the movement starts to count as the count lever runs round the count wheel, which is this piece here, as we'll see later on. Alright, so that's what happens with a J-hook. That's all it does. There's nothing very exciting about it, but that's all it does. It lifts this little arm here on the side that we'll see in a moment when I take it out, and that rests under the count lever, which sits there, which slowly rises until this bent piece of metal on the bottom of the J-hook drops off the cam there, and then the system starts to strike. Alright, now we'll have a look at the real thing. Now, see what we've got in the way of light here. We might need a little bit more light, I think. Open that up a little bit. This piece you can see here is called the motion works. You can see me turning it round. That piece that's threaded there coming out the end. A little bit more light on it there. That's the minute arbor, that's where the hands sit. This is the cannon arbor or cannon pipe. That is the minute wheel that I'm pointing to there.